Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with another video. I hope you guys enjoyed your week. I know I have been enjoying my week. I want to say thank you to everyone who watched the video from Monday night. I uploaded on Tuesday.
Monday Night Raw.
Yes, we were actually watching Monday Night Raw wrestling, you know.
You were.
So, have you looked into those wrestlers? I just looked into that phone. What the hell did I just say?
Nothing. No, I didn't look into the wrestlers.
So, if you're watching the Scorpion Show for the first time, I hope that you click that subscribe button. Also, make sure you share the video to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, or wherever you choose to share our videos. If you have not sponsored our channel, I don't know what are you waiting for. If you would like to sponsor our channel, it's $4.99 a month, which gives you early access to our videos, monthly live streams. You'll get a nice little what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, icon next to your name whenever you comment on the videos, and also you'll be able to see private messages from us on the community section on the YouTube channel. And I also put a new "What Mikkel Has Whispered to Me" in that section today in the community section. So head over there and find out what Mikkel whispered to me.
But that's only if you're a sponsor.
Yes, that's only if you are a sponsor.
And we have like over what, 100?
Over 100.
20?
Over 100? No.
50?
No.
Over 100?
I mean, it should be. I would love it to be, but no. It's still over 100 though.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah. For the first month, I'm glad. I thought we were going to lose a lot of people, but no. So
you didn't have faith. That's why.
These are.
You didn't have faith. That's why.
No, I have faith.
You thought we were
the
going to
thing
lose.
This thing is
just like people thought that we weren't going to make it on our GoFundMe, which just do. Don't say anything. Just do.
What?
Just like nobody thought we were going to make it on our GoFundMe account. Today somebody donated $20. We're now at, I think, $1,150 so far that we've raised out of our $10,000 goal.
Was that Matt?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's $1,150. I could be off by $20 or whatever, but yeah. So I knew we were going to get that because I had faith, and I knew that those who, like I said before, there were more who supported us that didn't support us.
Yeah, and to me, it's not even about not having the faith thing, because of course I would love for people to sponsor. It's just that, you know, you see a lot of, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, and remember, you don't have to do anything.
Yeah, but that's why you don't pay attention.
But yeah, but I have to read that stuff.
No, you have to read, but you don't have to pay attention.
I pay attention to everything. I hear, for me, it's the good and the bad. I have to take all of it into consideration. Whether I like the comment or not, I read it. I have to.
You're missing what I'm saying.
No, I understand what you're saying.
No, you don't.
But let's go.
Yeah,
let's go.
Keep going.
So, if you would like to read the new sponsors, please read.
This is our new sponsors. So because this is the topic. Our new sponsors for this week are Andromeda Berry, Danielle Stilson, Demoya Miller, Sophia, Tamika J, Charmaine Champagne, Garen S. Wolf. Do I have to read that?
Yes, you do. That's their name.
That sounds a little pedophilish.
Look, you better read it. That's their YouTube name.
Baby Nut 2. The one you envy, 32. Monica Dennis, Alexis Bell, Joshua Brinson, Alexandra Stoffer, and Bianca Lewis 1.
Yeah. So thank you to all of those who have sponsored our channel.
That doesn't sound a little fancy.
No. I've seen worse. So that didn't even bother me. So thank you to all of those who have chosen to sponsor our channel and continue to sponsor our channel. It is almost December, so y'all know that another monthly live stream is
almost
coming
December.
up.
It is December. No, tomorrow's December.
Yeah. This video is going up tonight, so it's not December quite yet.
Tomorrow.
Yes. So that means a December monthly live stream is coming up, and that is something that y'all don't want to miss, like y'all missed the first live stream. If y'all missed the first monthly live stream and you are a new sponsor to the channel, the video is still up. It's not going nowhere. So make sure y'all head over there and find out, because there was a lot of tea. Watch it and find out all the tea that was spilled on that video.
This one's not too bright.
But why did she put that?
Because because I posted this.
Oh. But why was she?
Because she thought I was lying. After all these people.
Yes, you know what? Let's make that the first topic. Earthquakes. I felt the little earthquake today. You know, I felt my room shaking and my lights were shaking, and I'm like, bitch, did you feel? Stop it. Did you feel that?
You didn't see what I was trying to show you.
I seen that.
No, you did.
Yes,
Look.
I did. I seen it. I seen it.
No, you saw me saw it. Yes.
No, I seen it. It's a mess.
Did you ever see her?
No, I don't even know who that is. I don't even wonder who that is. Bitch, I need a shot.
After
I'll be
seeing
right
that.
there. Bitch.
After seeing that. Look, she took one too. She took one too for you. Look. Just look at her. She took one too.
Bitch, I got a video to do. Ain't no time for this foolishness.
Woo-wee! The speed of air. Somebody would say, who are these people that you follow?
Yes. I forgot where I was going.
The earthquake.
But, yeah, the earthquake. Bitch, I felt the earthquake. This bitch doing something. I'm trying to get the notes together. Like, I was trying to transfer a video over. And the lights were shaking. And the goddamn floor was shaking. And I'm asking this bitch, did he feel it? He talking about no. And then, a couple minutes later.
No.
He talking about he ain't gonna hear what I had to say because he was watching some bullshit.
I had my earphones in my ear. And I was watching this video on YouTube. Because I was trying to figure out what the fuck was going on in this video.
Yeah.
And nothing happened that the caption said was going to happen. So I was watching it all dumb for the past 9 minutes. And I felt it, but I thought that because this is a big house and because it's usually about 15 people in this house at one time, like it's a stampede or...
You're trying my house.
or a brothel. I thought maybe
Bitch.
it was somebody running up and down the steps. So I didn't think nothing of it. Because if you saw the last video, you saw somebody actually fell down the... No, she didn't fall. She was running down the steps. She was chasing a phone.
Yeah, the phone fell down.
But we heard and felt it all the way up here. And I thought that's what it was. So when he asked me did I feel it, I just was like no, because I was still trying to figure out what the fuck was going on this phone. Because you know, sometimes you say yes and then people want to keep talking. And I thought that's what he was about to do. And I didn't want to hear what he was
I didn't care what was going on. I was trying to get these notes together too. But that shit was like, why is that shaking like that? Like it was like moving back and forth. And then somebody DM'd him and say, oh, it was an earthquake. Then we, polled the whole house to see if they felt anything. Of course, nobody felt
nothing.
I said, okay.
His mother didn't feel nothing, who's a floor below us. The people in the basement definitely didn't feel it.
Yeah, so nobody heard nothing, nobody felt nothing. Yeah, you can take me to get something to eat afterwards.
Are you paying for me?
No, bitch, you're paying for me. You can take me right to
Bitch, you want me to drive you and then pay for you?
Bitch, I can get an Uber and pay for myself.
Oh, hey, listen here. That ain't saying nothing but a word, okay, bitch? But that doesn't negate the fact that you're going to pay for me.
And you're still going to be hungry.
No, I'm not. I'm going to take my ass downtown and buy me something to eat. How dare you, bitch?
I know, that's right. Well, make sure you go.
Let me tell you something. I will wait until the Uber pulls up and then drive off. And then meet you at wherever y'all going.
So, I want to start this video off with some stereotype. Of course, we could be talking about all the sexual allegations going on, which we will get to. But as you know, on Monday, it was like a million topics. Some topics we didn't even get to. But the main topic we didn't get to was the Libya slave trade that has been going on in the country of Libya. And CNN did a special report about this maybe about a month ago. And I remember watching, I think it happened at the end of Aaron Burnett's show, or it was the end of, what's his name, Wolf Blitzer. It was on one of those shows. It's starting to get real hot.
I told you that the heat is on.
I don't understand why the fuck the heat is on.
I told you that. Why did they
Oh my god. I'm just telling them to turn it off.
Told them.
Because I'm like...
It's hot.
Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't take that shot. Because bitch, now I'm hot.
No, it has nothing to do with your shot. It's been hot.
Turn the heat off.
Now.
Off. Just turn it off. So yeah, I seen a special report on CNN and stuff like that, but I didn't get more information. CNN was like, this is our breaking news, like special report. They had the lady going to the slave auctions and stuff like that. She said she had received a note from somebody. Somebody tipped her off and everything.
I saw that.
And like
and did you see when he was driving at night and she said it was like real far?
Yes.
I was watching it. Now they, like you said, they did it a month ago, but I remember seeing this on TV like this past Sunday when I was getting dressed for church. And I'm sitting there watching it as I'm getting dressed, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, and I just all I kept saying to myself was, couldn't be me, because you wouldn't have me up there trying to sell me off.
Yeah, and she was recording people, but those people probably was scared.
They didn't know she was recording.
No, and you know the people that was being sold. I mean, what can you do? They got guns. They could kill you. Like they have the power over you. There's nothing that you can do. With
it was a slave gun.
Yeah. And they're selling people from like $400 to $800. Well, I hate that this laptop ever since this update, like it just goes blank. But never mind. I'm just getting upset. So yeah, so I didn't know, like I didn't hear anything else about it, and then I would say over the past 2 weeks I started seeing stuff, but you know we were on vacation, and I've seen images of dead bodies, people being thrown into the sea. People just being shot. Now I didn't keep swiping to that side, because once I seen the bodies, I knew that was enough. And then I halfway seen like a gun to somebody's head. I said, you know what, that's enough for me to know that this is a real major problem. And we have a president that's on the Twitter tweeting about dumb shit. He should be talking about what's going on in Libya with the slave trade. As human beings, no one should still be slaves in 2017. No one should be out here being a human trafficker for sex. None of that stuff should be going on. We need to be cracking down on all of that. The whole United Nations all need to be working together to find out what's going on, where it's going at, and how they're going to fix it, and when they're going to fix it. That's what needs to be going on. And if you don't know what's going on, I found this great article. Not by the Washington Post. You know, every time I pull up different articles, like all these big ass ads keep coming up, which
it's kind of like how it used to be when you used to watch porn on your computer years ago, and a different ad. Remember, and then when the
yes, you would get in trouble. Oh my god!
I used to hate when a kid
and don't have your speaker on, because like, hey, what are you doing? And all this stuff. Look, want to see me play? Like, yeah. So, can you? I'm gonna volunteer you to read this article. And this is on Fortune.com, and this was posted yesterday. Oh, come on, laptop, don't mess up. There you go.
Okay, so the article says migrants and refugees stuck in Libya are being sold into slavery. CNN reported earlier this month. The combination of Libya's splintered government in the wake of Muammar Gaddafi's fall and the influx of people from Nigeria has led to a situation where stranded men and women are being held against their will, and in some cases sold into slavery or prostitution. Am I still reading?
Yeah.
As shocking as it seems, it's indeed true. The reason the slave trade can happen is because there is really no rule of law across much of Libya. Each year for the past 3 years, more than 150,000 migrants and refugees have crossed into Europe from Libya in hopes of making their way to a new life. It's a treacherous journey. More than 3,000 people have drowned each of the past 4 years trying to cross the Mediterranean Sea. Look at that. Recently, with help from Italy, the Libyan Coast Guard has been capturing vessels smuggling people into Europe. It's estimated that between 400,000 and 1 million migrants may now be trapped in Libya, where the vulnerable population is preyed upon by smugglers and other criminal elements who rob, rape, and murder them. We cannot even guess the scale of abuses inflicted on migrants in all of these hidden places untouched by the rule of law, UN Human Rights Commissioner Zed said in a September statement. The situation of migrants crossing Libya was appalling during Gaddafi's era, but it has become diabolical since. Who was buying slaves in Libya? Smugglers who are now unable to get the people who have often sold all their possessions in order to pay their way into Europe are holding them against their will. When warehouses overflow or migrants run out of money to pay the smugglers, some are sold into... CNN recorded footage of men being sold for $400 as foreign laborers at a nighttime auction in Libya. This reporting sparked global outrage, and international organizations are now making an effort to investigate the situation and provide transportation for stranded migrants. On Wednesday, nearly 250 Nigerian migrants returned to their home country. Officials from Nigeria have been working with the International Organization of Migration and told CNN that a total of 5,000 Nigerians have come back from Libya in the past year.
You can stop. Okay.
Is that a bonus?
Huh?
Huh?
What'd you say?
Wait.
What did you say?
Nothing. Go ahead.
This situation, of course, is not funny. It's just real sad, and I'm trying to find out why a lot of people wanting to flee from Nigeria. And I also read another article where a lot of people were escaping into Israel to get into Europe, but Benjamin Netanyahu's like, y'all can't come here no more. Mm-hmm. So that means that a lot of people have been trying to get through Libya to get into Europe. Mm-hmm. And then that's where a lot of them get stranded or, get raped or robbed, or if they don't have enough money. Or if they find out you have family in America, what they do is they'll call your family members and basically you're on for ransom. Like your family has to pay a certain amount of money. And I was reading an article where they broke someone's arm because the family's like, we didn't send the money. So they broke one arm and called back and got the money that they were looking for. And they still, only 3 of them went on to the next country, and the others were left behind, and they don't even know what happened to them. And this is like maybe 5 years ago. So this has been going on, they said, like since 2006, and this is 2017, damn near 2018, and we are finding out about this. And it really got bad once Gaddafi was. I remember that. Didn't they put him out of office, or they killed him or something like that? That was like a long time ago.
Well, Gaddafi, that name has.
Yes, I think they killed him.
Well, we about to see.
I know they killed Saddam Hussein, but either they was like all of this stuff was going on in Egypt, not Egypt, but they was trying to get him out of office, and he would not.
Muammar Gaddafi.
I think he was killed.
Yeah, well, he died 2011. Well, let's see how he was killed. How he died. He died from...
All the way down to the bottom where it say death.
Oh, no, really? It just says died.
No, keep going.
Oh, you mean right here. Personal life, let's say.
It should have something on his death.
It should. I'm trying to find it for you.
How did Gaddafi die?
Muammar Gaddafi died due to assassination and
he was
ballistic trauma.
Yeah, they killed him. And so basically it's been like, what you call it, like it's been autopilot over there ever since. There's really no rules over there from what I've been reading, because if I get anything wrong, I would like for you guys to elaborate more on it. But it's definitely something that the United Nations are definitely all need to be a part of, and find out what's going on and how can we fix this situation going on, because no one should be sold into slavery. And us as African Americans, we are the descendants of slaves who were not killed, and we are still here. And it's heartbreaking to hear about free people being captured into slavery because they don't have enough money to get across the border, or they didn't give enough of what they had just to get across into Europe. I also want to find out, why do a lot of these people want to flee their countries to go to Europe? Because there must be something going on in these countries where you have so many people fleeing. I'm sure
it's also because they don't have to experience and endure what they're experiencing now over there in Libya. That's probably where they are, where their freedom, or they may have a lot of family, because a lot of people from those countries, like Liberia and those different places down there, a lot of people, when they leave those places, they don't just always come to America. They go to Europe, and places like that, because
they're going there illegally.
Which you said legally or
illegally? Like they're being smuggled into the country.
Well, yeah, and then you also too remember, Europe is much closer to them than it is for them to come to the United States.
North part of.
I mean, if they were to try to get on a boat and come over here, they
would have if they could,
but they wouldn't make it.
They wouldn't. Not with these Coast Guards. I mean, but I know a lot of people escape, like Cuba and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and come over here.
But Libya is way farther than the way Cuba is to the United States. What I'm saying is that open ocean, they really wouldn't make that.
I mean, but they made it over here during What? The slaves?
I'm not talking about those type of shit. I'm talking about those type of boats.
Oh, hell no.
That's
Oh, yeah. Oh,
you heard I said boat.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. I'm thinking like, how? Like,
No. I'm talking about those stupid banana boats that they...
Oh, no.
No, they're not making it.
You're not making it. No. Yeah, definitely. Europe is definitely much closer. And I don't know what other port can you go to if they can't get in through Israel. Like, how else would they get into Europe?
It's just sad all around. And then people are questioning and asking this question, which is kind of irritating me because I'm like, are y'all serious? People are asking the question why it is that Donald Trump isn't talking about this. We're talking about Donald Trump.
Yeah. I mean, I would love for him to talk.
Why would he be talking about this?
Especially talking about black people.
But we're talking about the same man who was sympathizing with those KKK people down in Charlotte.
Oh, yeah.
A few months ago. I mean, like he was making excuses for those people and calling them good people.
Yeah.
So how on earth can we expect someone like Donald Trump to even pretend that he cares about what's going over in Libya? I personally would rather him not say anything.
Yeah.
Just don't say anything. Because I don't want you to pretend like you care. Because now I feel like you're only saying something because one of your aides or somebody in your administration has told you, listen, Mr. President, you need to talk about this because, okay.
And you know why he's not going to talk about it because he claims CNN is fake news and they're the ones that broke the story first.
And Wolf Blitzer was interviewing Lindsey Graham on Sunday when I was getting dressed for church, and he brought up this
on the Sunday.
Yeah, what's that? Yeah, it had to be Sunday. Yeah.
Wow.
Or it was or maybe it wasn't Sunday. Well, whatever day it was, or maybe they were showing a clip of his interview.
Okay.
Maybe that was something like that. But whatever the case may be. He asked Lindsey Graham, he said, listen, because he talked about the fake news that Donald Trump made. And so Wolf Blitzer just went into him and said, well, listen, Lindsey Graham, how is it that something like this, isn't it dangerous for Donald Trump to be calling CNN fake news and then for something like this to be happening over in Libya and we're trying to get the public
that was Monday.
Okay, Monday.
I
I thought it was something. Where was I getting?
I don't know where you was going. But I see that. I did see that. I did see that.
Oh, I must have been getting dressed for work.
He was trying to find out, like, how can y'all say we're not credible as a network?
Or why is he saying that this is fake news when this is real news? Because it doesn't do
and you put our journalists at harm because people
got together.
Like,
well, I mean, not necessarily getting Lindsey together, but getting the president together. Yeah. And Lindsey was like, you're absolutely right.
I mean, and then you can say,
no.
Lindsey Graham, I don't know. He goes wherever the wind blows sometimes.
Yeah, he does. Sometimes he's for Trump, and sometimes he's not. So, yeah.
Yeah, but it's definitely a tough situation. And I'm going to find out more information on, like, if you want to donate to organizations that want to help those people. I'm going to put that inside the more info box once I find it. Or if you know any information on how we can help, can you please post it in the comments down below. So on to other stuff that's been happening over here. There's nothing really been happening except for a lot of people coming forward with sexual assault allegations. And yesterday was a big bombshell because Matt Lauer, who was the host of the Today Show for over 20 years, was fired on Tuesday night. They told him don't show up to work on Wednesday. Do not come to work. You don't work here no more.
No.
On Monday, he had a colleague come forward and say the things that he did to her, and the bosses at NBC found her story very credible because she was able to back up her claims with very detailed information. Something I've been telling you guys, document every time something happens. You have to document it, write it down, and have a witness to it. So no one will think that you're making this stuff up. And she had a detailed plan.
Why is my phone not charging?
I don't know. Is it plugged in the wall?
It is plugged in. It's vibrating, but then it's not charging. I don't see it charging.
Let it sit there for a second.
Well, it's supposed to just charge.
Well,
without letting it sit.
Maybe if you turn your phone off and maybe turn it back on.
Maybe if you.
Or maybe your cord has a short in it.
Maybe, just like your brain.
Thank you.
But go into Matt Lauer because I have something I want to read. Or maybe this this outlet is.
Bitch, ain't all these outlet works.
Maybe these outlets in this house are not credible.
Yeah, maybe. They're fake. We getting fake electric.
Fake outlets, yeah. Well, I mean, my phone is on 88%, but still. I want it to be on 100. But go ahead, because I got something to say about this.
So, Savannah Guthrie had a new co-host next to her with a copy, and she sat there and she read the statement from NBC, and she was on the verge of tears. She couldn't believe what was going on, and it's kind of like they just told us, like right before we went on air, that he's been fired. So it's like you see all their real emotions and stuff like that. Now, I don't watch the Today Show.
Neither do I.
From the clips, I mean, it was genuine. She's like, he is my friend, and I need time to process this, and then Al Roker, he just didn't understand like what was going on. He's like, I'm trying to process the shit just like everybody else.
Because he's been there
with
Matt,
for so long.
Yeah, with Matt for so long. Him and Matt are like the two originals of that Katie, Matt, Al, and Ann crew. But you know what's so interesting? Because when I first heard the news yesterday morning, I was so shocked because I'm thinking like, wait, Matt Lauer of all people? Like, no, not Matt. And then that's when I came here and I was talking to you and I told Kevin, I said, I hope and pray that they are finding out information, credible information, instead of just firing these people, because I would hate for people to just come out, because you have people like that in the world that will make up false accusations. And I said I would hate for people to just make these accusations up and then these companies just fire these people without any type of backing. You know what I mean? But then today, when I saw that Matt Lauer put out a statement, and I'm going to read his statement that he put out, he said, there are no words to express my sorrow and regret for the pain I have caused others by words and actions. To the people I've hurt, I am truly sorry. As I am writing this, I've realized the depth of the damage and disappointment I have left behind at home and at NBC. Some of what is being said about me is untrue or mischaracterized, but there is enough truth in these stories to make me feel embarrassed and ashamed. I regret that my shame is now shared by the people I cherish dearly. Repairing the damage will take a lot of time and soul searching, and I committed to beginning that effort. It is now my full-time job. The last 2 days have forced me to take a very hard look at my own troubling flaws. It's been humbling. I am blessed to be surrounded by the people I love. I thank them for their patience and grace. And reading, when I saw that, I said, wow, like, I did not want to believe it. Like, I almost became like Team Matt for a minute, because I'm like, no, not Matt Lauer. Like, no, now these people just saying any damn thing. Now they just saying any. Yeah, I'm like, now these women just coming out saying any damn thing now, Matt Lauer. And then when I'm like, oh, come on, Matt. And then the stories came out about how he had the sex toys and he had the secret lock on his office door.
Under the desk.
I'm like, oh, come on with this James Bond shit. I'm not feeling nothing under there.
Just feel it.
You are trying me. You think I'm...
Just touch it. Just feel what's under it. I bet you
I will never stick my hand under your side of the desk and feel... No, bitch.
Look.
What is that? Is that a toy?
Bitch, don't make it.
Because if you think I'm sticking my hand under that desk, under your lap.
Oh, no.
You kidding me?
No. Oh. You know, I just felt like, yesterday I just, man, now, come on now.
Right.
A lot of these companies are too quick to fire. Because now it's just like, now, bitch. Y'all just firing people.
Bitch, my phone's not on 88%.
What is it?
This is a screenshot that's 88%.
Oh.
My phone is on 36%.
Oh.
I screenshotted it when it was on 80%.
Well, put it back in there.
Well, what's going on? I'm telling you, it's these outlets in here.
You want to be the same.
What?
With the phone.
Yeah.
Let it charge.
What do you mean we the same?
Let it charge.
It was charging. Oh, now it's charging. Yeah, what's going on?
You done called my outlet out and everything.
Well,
did you finish reading that article?
Yeah, hello.
Oh, okay.
You heard me.
So yeah. So I'm just like, okay, and they said this is the first time in 20 years that someone has come against Matt Lauer, and then they said this is the first time the current management,
well, they needed to, they wanted to make sure that
they had all of their fucking I's dotted and T's crossed and underlined where it needed to be underlined, and all that lawyer talking shit.
And Binky Bear's covered by the Magnum.
Hey, well, he didn't cover his Binky Bear, and then the stories about him having sex with Wonder Woman, she passed out. Like he would make her unbutton her blouse. First of all, he hit the button, unbutton your blouse. He pulled his pants down. He pulls her skirt down, bends her over the desk, have sex with her. She passes out.
Have you ever had sex with somebody?
No, bitch, no. I would never. No. And first of all, you think I'm gonna say yes, I would.
No, I said, I ain't say would you have sex with somebody who passed out?
Have sex with someone passed out?
No, I said, have you ever had sex with somebody and you passed out?
No.
Oh.
Bitch, you dropped it.
I'm just asking.
Bitch, So I was at first.
Because you get into some crazy stuff.
Stop it. Right there. That's where you're going to stop. Right there. Because I've never shared nothing. I only think I shared one crazy thing.
Bitch! With who?
That I'll
Me?
never do again. That I'll never do again.
What?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, yeah, but you shared more than me. You shared more stuff than me. And I've listened.
Well, damn. You know what? But I'm not talking about it right now. You know? And the girl, she done passed out. She done passed the fuck out. I'm thinking, damn.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it really Lauer?
Well, listen.
Yeah. But you know what? Let me stop.
I'm just saying because
that's how much.
Listen. Okay, bitch. Let me tell you something. Somebody passed. I've fallen asleep, but I've never. I've fallen asleep afterwards because it was that good. But I have been put to sleep. Oh, I have.
Stop.
But listen. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
She said she just felt. She felt, and she said that she never came. And mind you, he had his assistant take her to the nurse in the building.
He had enough sense to do that.
Yeah, but
he was nervous and scared.
Yeah, and she never said nothing because she said that she felt that she should have said something. Like she could have did more to stop him.
But then again, too, it's like I feel bad for these women because a lot of times these women are people who are not empowered.
And he can only do people that work for him.
And the fact that he, didn't he interview Bill O'Reilly?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they showed that clip. Yeah. About sex. He was careful with what he was saying because but he was saying like they're coming for you because you're the head of your network. Right. Just like he knows that he's the head of his network. So you know they have to have credible information.
And he's sitting there comfortably while he's interviewing Bill O'Reilly.
Well, but sometimes when you got skeletons in your closet, you play your part until that light shine on that closet.
Yeah, because you know what I think too, because it had been stuff that had happened so long ago, he probably thought, oh well,
ain't nobody coming out. But I mean, if I was a person in media, it's just going to be nothing but women running everything.
Yeah.
And then Geraldo Rivera of all people talking about, the news business is a flirty business. But you know what? No, I don't believe you in that because first of all, there was a point in time where they didn't even want women to sit at the fucking news desk.
Okay, let me tell you something. One woman, in particular, Barbara fucking Walters.
Yes.
She had a hard time when Barbara Walters was on the Today Show this was back in the 70s.
Yeah.
She's been with ABC for years, but this was back in the 70s when she was on the Today Show, and the guy, the old white guy that she sat next to, she talked about it too. I'm gonna find his name. He was the top guy over there at NBC.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want nobody sitting next to him, and he damn sure ain't want no woman sitting next to him. And she just said that he made it so uncomfortable for her because she said, but she had to really fight. And a lot of people don't realize this, but Barbara Walters is a fucking legend. The shit that she went through in the early days of network TV, a TV icon, the early days where women were not allowed, and she was one of the first to actually be the co-anchor of a major news show like the Today Show back in the 70s. It's like, she's a pioneer, but she talked about before how they didn't want her there, and he made it feel uncomfortable. She said every morning I would have to sit next to this man, and I knew that he didn't like me, and he did not want me sitting next to him, but she had to do her job.
That's right.
And it's crazy, but it's a shame because, you have these men in power, and they feel like because I'm in power, and because I know that it's definitely nobody's not going to believe you over me. They're not going to believe you over me. And so therefore, I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do with you. And if you say anything about it, you will be fired. And a lot of people, like in today's world, they're like, I can't afford to get fired.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to be the hell quiet.
You know who I'm curious to know about? Jim Gardner. Because I've never seen him work with a female. You never seen a woman sitting next to him at a desk.
And Jim Gardner is the top guy here in Philadelphia. He works for ABC News, the news here, Action News.
Yeah,
biggest nighttime news here in Philadelphia.
The #1 news station
in Philadelphia, yes. Especially for nighttime news. And I
wonder how he felt about, if he could talk about those times because, or maybe he has in his contract, but he never works with a female.
Well, who the hell did Lisa Thomas Murray sit next to years ago? Wasn't it
Mark Howard?
Oh, I thought it was.
I think it was Mark Howard. I don't remember a woman ever working with
sitting next to him.
No, especially at 6 o'clock. Ain't nobody sitting next to him. Bitch, 6 and 11.
You're right.
No,
because and the big story on Action News. That's Jim Gardner.
Okay.
And the big story on Action I think when he dies, it's going to be.
I'm going to be out there.
I'm going to be out there too.
Because he has told.
I saw him one day. I was going up City Line Avenue, and I may have been going to my church because I was taking that way, whatever the case may be, or I was going to go see the lady at this nursing home. And the 6th Action News Station is down the street from the nursing home. And when I went to go pull to the light was red, so I let the car that was coming out of the lot go ahead because they were coming out, and it was Jim Gardner.
Yeah, I heard.
And I looked it up. He does. He got all that money.
Yes.
And he came out. And he went just like this. Oh my God, it's Jim Gardner. Bitch, I felt so special. I was like, it's Jim Gardner. Like, Jim Gardner is so way back and so legendary in here in Philly that I remember watching Action News with my grandmother with him. And my grandmother's been dead since 1994. That's how long he's been the top man at Action News, longer than that.
He's been there since the 70s.
Yes.
The 70s.
And I think he's been the lead anchor at Action News since like the 80s, or maybe the early 90s, maybe the 80s.
I'm not even sure. I don't know. But
Look Jim Gardner up.
Most of the people
Action
that say
News.
Action News, most of the older people, they've been there since forever. Like, you know all of them, you know their faces, you see them, everything. I don't know how we got into the whole thing about channel
I don't know.
6, but
You talking about
you
women
want to talk
that
about
sit
a consistent news channel is definitely channel 6. Now,
6.
see, I'm a Fox 29 guy because
This is Jim Gardner, for those of you who can say.
I could put his picture on the green screen.
That's him. And I mean, he's reported everything.
Yeah.
Okay?
Everything happened.
If Jim Gardner didn't say it, I don't believe it.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn to Action News first.
And I think one story on where I seen him like is really sad is when he had the report on Jim O'Brien, who died from falling out of a you know how they be jumping in parachute.
Oh
and shit?
yeah.
That was like one of the saddest I've ever seen him report.
But that was years ago, wasn't
that
it?
was in the 80s.
Yeah.
Jim O'Brien. Oh yeah. But yeah, let's move on. Yeah, Matt Lauer, you tried it, you know, and everybody, they're getting everybody. And now they're getting into the music industry now because today a lady came out with a report from 1991 about Russell Simmons. So he stepped down from all the businesses that he owns. Now, I'm not sure if he's still getting paid for those businesses, but he definitely stepped down
Another
from
lady.
those positions. This was another lady.
Because remember,
Yeah.
the first lady, he was claiming that it was consensual.
Yeah, I didn't even read the story on it. All I just know is that it's been reported. He stepped down, and they're going after everybody. And everybody, you have to keep your hands to yourself, okay?
And you think in your pants.
Yeah. You can no longer just touch what you look at. This is not the Please Touch Museum, and you don't know how you make people feel, even though you are in power or you think you're in power. Bless you. People are now like they're finding their power and they're finding so much strength and getting all that weight off their back from carrying it for so many years on what people have done. Now I can only imagine the stories that a lot of women are holding and keeping to themselves about what these rappers have done in the industry and music executives to their singers and if you don't do this then you won't get this kind of like, can you imagine?
Yeah.
And they get L.A. Reid on one. Like a couple months ago, we were talking about it, but that never went anywhere. And I don't know if he's still in power wherever he's at. But it's going to happen. And I'm sure that a lot of groupies are going to be coming out with their stories that they have to tell. But yeah, even though we might say that it's too late to be coming out with this stuff, share your story, get it off your back, get it like. I know it has to make these women feel so much better because people never believe me. They'll never believe me. And then when they found out that somebody did it to them, they'll be like, he did this to you too. And then all of these stories like Matt Lauer, that one person came forward. Variety had their stories, and the New York Times had their story. Then 2 more people came up front about Matt Lauer. I don't know if they're all seeking for money, but I know that the first person that said something about Matt Lauer said she don't want a dime. She just wanted to get the story out. You know, she just wanted to get it out.
And that's when because I saw the therapy about how her lawyer said, my client doesn't want a dime from nobody. She just wants people to know. And I be thinking, I thought to myself, this woman can't be lying because even if I was telling the truth.
She said, I don't want nothing.
Well, listen, even if I was telling the truth.
You want a couple dollars?
I want my filing fee costs. I want my lawyer's fee. I want everything.
Yeah, and Matt Lauer said some, not all. That's the same excuse Charlie Rose used, some, not all. And I kind of believe some, not all. But, you know, because I don't believe everybody that came out against Bill Cosby, I don't believe Bill Cosby did that to every one of them. Some of them, yes, not all of them. So, You know what's making me nervous about what's going to happen to Bill Cosby? Because, you know, that man is in his 80s. And he already beat the first trial because there was a hung jury. But now what's going to happen in April when he goes back? With everybody coming forward about these sexual allegations, will this change people's minds that's on the jury? Because so many men have admitted to doing things. Will he be convicted? I don't know. That's like, I don't want to see him all old in jail and stuff, but it's a possibility it can happen. He's going for the rest of his life in jail.
Who, Bill Cosby?
Yes.
If he don't keel over,
Like, I don't want
he's 80 now.
Yeah.
And damn near represented, blind as a bat. Yes. And then you got John Conyers, who's 88, and he just had to be rushed to the hospital today for stress-related symptoms. That's a stroke. Okay? That's all early signs of stroke.
All his dirt is coming out.
And this man is just like, and I'm saying to myself, I told Kevin, I said, John Conyers needs to just step down and retire. He's 88. All this stuff is coming out against him. Just step down, sir. Just step down. You done did your time. You've been in Congress ever since the 60s. Step down and just...
Yeah.
Okay, before you really have a serious stroke or heart attack.
Yeah, I wouldn't want him to die.
I wouldn't want him to die either, but I'm saying he's 88 years old.
But I mean, if he already paid this woman, why is the story coming out?
Because hello, first of all, no.
Didn't he already pay her?
Yes, they did, but the story needs to come out because she was paid not with his money. She was paid with
That's right. That's why it came out.
That's why
it came. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, who leaked that? But now they're trying to get everybody who done paid. They're trying to get them to get that to leak.
But even if he didn't pay with taxpayers' money and he paid with his own money, it still needs to come out because he is an elected official. We need to know what elected officials are doing when they're doing something inappropriate. Now, if he's just cheating on his wife and somebody consensually, I don't give a fuck about that. I really don't. But if he is doing something that he should not be doing and making a female feel uncomfortable in the workplace and forcing her to do things that she does not want to do with him, yes, we should know about that. Because somebody like that should not be in an appointed position. They should not be in a situation like that. In my humble opinion, they shouldn't be there. If you're trying to force somebody to do something with you and they don't want to do it, why should the people elect you to put you in a position of power? So then you can abuse more people. Because now you have a position of power where you can do it more and more frequently and not get in trouble for it.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't getting in trouble because they've been settled or paid out of, paid out to not say anything. So that's where my mind like, wait a minute, now if he already paid her, what happened?
Right.
But they said that he was using the taxpayer money to pay off something.
He didn't even pay. Congress paid her.
$27,000.
Yeah, Congress paid her.
Now they need to tell on everybody else that they done fucking paid for it. If you want to tell on one, you got to tell on all.
Everybody.
Everybody.
And because they paid them with taxpayer money, we should know who the hell they are. Mm-hmm. But they keeping it tight-lipped.
Oh, fuck that. Because they all fucking did stuff. I believe, we are all, like I said, we are all guilty of touching.
Let me tell you something.
Touch.
All those people in Congress, I'm going to tell you something right now. Every last one of them can touch me inappropriately because I want to get paid. I need to get paid. I am broke. Come on, line it up. I want to get paid. Everybody can touch me.
Oh, man.
Men, women, white, black, old, young, everybody.
You gonna tell them?
Listen, I'm telling
Maxine Waters.
Yeah, should be the first one. Auntie Maxine, I love you. I think you're cool, but I need to get paid.
Hey, Mikhail, come here.
Yeah, touch, smack it, grab it, do whatever you want to do, and then I'm gonna act like, no, I don't want it. I don't want it.
I ain't even gonna do Auntie Maxine like that.
No, I'm just saying. No. But these people need to watch it. They really do.
Yeah, and then there's this video going around. Someone asked me to watch. It's called "I'm Not Racist," and I watched the video. I watched it 6 minutes, and Joyner Lucas. I never heard of him, but damn it, that thing opened my eyes to a lot of stuff. And after I watched the video, I said, well, maybe he's not racist, but a lot of this stuff that both of them said on each part, it was a lot of prejudice shit going on. because this is how a lot of people this is how a lot of us talk, and maybe that's how a lot of white people talk. But a lot of what they were saying, some of it was racist, but it was more prejudice and like judgmental, or this is the way y'all think about us, and this is the way we think about y'all. But we don't have those conversations to come to an understanding. And it's not real, rare to hear people talk on both sides and have intelligent conversations without trying to fight each other. Why don't we like, you know, you had the shows with Oprah and stuff like that, but now it's to the point where it's like you have people in power that's saying that racism is okay. They're allowing these kind of hateful speech marches because they're saying, you know, it's against the First Amendment to not let them do that. Freedom of speech and stuff like that. But you as the president, you're saying, oh, there were great people on both sides, and you're not condemning the actions of what these people are doing, walking around with tiki torches, going around punching people, going around shooting people. Come on, like, I told y'all, when Trump got elected president on November the 8th, I made that video that night. I told you it's going to get worse before it even gets better, because people are going to feel like they can do and say whatever they want because they think this is the 1920s and 30s and 1800s where, you know, our ancestors, they took a lot of abuse. But now you got a lot of people that say, fuck no, they ain't taking that shit. And even back then you had people that said they're not taking that shit. But it's even stronger now. And a lot of black people are not allowing white people to do things and say things to them in the workplace, in public, just anywhere and everywhere. A lot of people are standing up. And just imagine if they uncover all the racist things that a lot of people have done in the music industry and in the movie industry. If everybody starts sharing their stories, then you get all of those bad apples out. You think people got sexually abused? Oh my God! Let's not even talk about the racist and prejudicial shit that done went on. Like, it's a whole lot of stuff. But I love that video. It was great, and of course I think the rapper was doing both parts, and you had the black people and the white people talk. But of course I was more to the black person than to the white person, and maybe white people was going to the black people. But then I was saying some of the stuff that this white man is saying to the black person. I don't know what's going on. I open that door because I hear him laughing and smiling like there's too many people.
Wait a minute.
What's going on?
This camera's on. We hear you, and if we hear you, then they hear you.
Tell him to shut the fuck up, Robin. Oh, we said your name, Robin.
Don't say it again.
What's up, aside?
His name is Samad.
I know.
Wait, did you disrespect my son? Wait, what did you say?
I said aside.
Stop.
I know what somebody
Don't do
doing.
that. They could be doing anything. You have to knock first.
I don't talk to him like that
Because I know
his
you're
mother's right there.
Well,
Don't.
who's in the bathroom? Don't you dare.
Oh, lock that door. See? Ooh, you
Put it down.
stuff finger.
Put it
Stop.
down.
See, think of that argument.
I don't care about her
I
fingers. I don't care about her fingers. Close the door.
Oh,
Close
no,
the door.
but
Close
you
the
never
door.
can.
Close the door.
Don't let him
Close the
talk to
door.
you like that. Robin, you let him do that to you like
You
that.
shut the fuck up.
She gonna curse your ass out when you come downstairs.
I pay her no mind, and I don't pay you
Oh
no
no!
mind.
Oh my God!
I pay you no mind, and I pay him no mind. That's what I'm saying.
Huh? Oh, you said that to her? A mess.
Listen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Go ahead. Finish that. 'Cause I wanted to say something.
Go
But
ahead.
it had nothing
Yeah,
to do
but
with that.
I really enjoyed the I'm not racist thing, and it definitely should be something that gets a lot of people talking, and yeah, I enjoyed it. Go ahead. What you was about to say?
Oh, back to Jim Gardner. He makes $925,000 a year.
Yeah, and he deserves every penny of it.
He does. Oh, and by the way, he's been solo anchoring this 6 ABC News since
1975.
77.
1977.
Since May 11th, he's been doing solo anchoring the 6 p.m. because he's doing twice a night. 6 p.m. news and 11 o'clock news since May 11th, 1977 by himself, and he has covered every Democratic and Republican presidential convention since 1980 and has interviewed every president and major presidential candidate since 1976.
And you know who's gonna take his spot when he retires, or if he dies in office, as an anchor. I think Brian Taft is gonna take his spot.
I don't know who Brian Taft is.
Brian Taft comes on at 4 o'clock.
I'm not watching the news at 4 o'clock.
Well, Google him. You'll see his face. I'm sure you've seen his face.
Oh, him. Oh,
Yes.
yeah. I can see him doing it. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
He's good, and he's good. He's no Jim Gardner.
No, he's no Jim Gardner, but he's a baby.
But he's good. Yeah, he's a baby. He'll grow into it. He is, and he's a very handsome guy too. This is his wife.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. And he got a set of twins.
Yeah. Well, I have a set of twins too.
Yeah, I'm sure you.
I call them left cheek and right cheek.
Oh, bye, girl. Bye, girl. So listen, these Grammy nominations came out. Don't listen. I'm just happy for Kendrick Lamar. I hope he get his due. I want him to win Grammy of the Year, Album of the Year. I mean, but it's good that hip hop is 3 fucking albums in hip hop in the Album of the Year category.
Okay.
You got Jay-Z, you got Kendrick Lamar, and you have Childish Gambino, who's also known as Donald Glover. You have Lord, and you have Bruno Mars. So you got 4 black people. I mean, he might say he's not black, but he's black. And you got Lord. And you know, I haven't listened to Lord's album. I definitely love 24K Magic. I thought it was going to win nominated for Album of the Year. I thought he was going to dominate the Grammys and stuff, but I'm not sure. Because if the Grammy judges seen it for Jay-Z and Kendrick Lamar and Childish Gambino, something's going to happen. And Donald Glover has been winning everything. So I wouldn't be surprised if he walked away with the top prize at the Grammy Awards. Now, this is just a random guess. I'm thinking he could win this.
But you know what? I'd be excited even if it's just a black person in general, a black man in general. It's just that one white woman, what's her name, Lord, who's nominated, and congratulations to her. But I'm proud as a black person that this is the first time in the history of the Grammys that a white man, a white artist, is not nominated for Album of the Year. Like, how cool is that? And the Grammys is turning 60 next year.
Yeah.
Like, this is awesome.
Yeah, I'm just not too crazy. Like, I feel like they took away too many categories. Like, I used to love, like, best female, best male. That's no longer...
Best female, best male artist.
Like, it's like best female pop vocal performance, and best female R&B vocal performance. Like, they got rid of all of that.
But I feel like, to me, I feel like the Grammys, it's just way too many categories. Even
you still think it's too many categories?
I still do, because even though we know that there's a lot of categories that they don't show on the televised portion of the show, but I still think that even on the televised portion, it's still too damn long, because the Grammys sometimes run for like 3.5 hours. You're like, what the fuck? Like,
because it's so many genres of music.
But why can't we just put those like, for instance, why does best pop vocal and why can't they just be in the category for best female or best male artist, and there just be a whole bunch of them, and then you be like, wow,
because
this is a
there's too many, and then a lot of people say that they're not getting their due because you can't really win. You up against 12 people, 10 people in the category.
Well, I mean, the Oscars did it a few years ago.
I don't even like how the Oscars do best film, because you got 10 movies in there, and how many judges, and like how much is the margin of someone winning or losing? Like, I just don't think that that's fair. Well, you pick the best 5 movies like y'all been doing. And stop trying to cater to everybody. I think they do it because they want to cater to everybody. But no, if y'all not doing 10 best actors.
Best pop vocal, like, when it gets to those type of categories, I'll be like, wait, what? Best pop vocal, best pop performance by a vocal artist, best pop performance by a vocal artist who used an instrument. You be like, come on with these stupid categories, like. Hello, just have them all in that one.
I like the different genre. I definitely love like collaboration. Collaboration is definitely one of my favorites. Albums and like song of the year, and definitely vocal performance. So that's like my favorite stuff. Now I don't get into the country stuff too much and the rock stuff. That's not my thing. My favorites are pop and R&B. And sometimes I look at the gospel and say, oh my God, who got nominated? Ooh, look at this guy.
Well, shout out to the Walls group too, because they're nominated for gospel. And you know, I've been following the Walls on YouTube since like. For the past 7 years. I remember watching them on YouTube a long time ago, back in 2010, when they were still singing in their parents' basement. And their mother was, you know, leading them and whatever the case may be. And now they are nominated for a Grammy. I'm like, this is amazing. Like, to see people come this far and they all can sing. And I ain't even just talking about them in the group. I'm talking about the whole damn family. The mother can sing. It's the other brothers and sisters, because the mother and father, they follow the commandments of the Bible about reproducing, because it's about 12 or 13. Okay, they got a lot of damn kids.
Yeah.
But I think like the 4 oldest are the ones who are in the group.
Okay.
Oh my God, it's a lot of them.
And even the other kids can sing?
They can sing too, because in some of the old videos, the mom would have the kids all in the car, and the mom can sing too. And the mom was doing the interview, and she talked about how she taught her kids how to sing, because when she was pregnant with all of them, she would sing to them while they were in her womb. And that's why all her kids know how to sing. And they can sing. And the Walls Group have been promoted by Brandy, Luke James. You know, they've all posted them on their page. I mean, they sing. I'm gonna let Kevin listen to some stuff too. But
I've heard them,
Oh.
and I've heard them a cappella.
yeah,
Yeah.
What you
Go back to that picture you showed me. Okay. Who's that?
That's somebody stupid. But this is a conversation that me and so-and-so was having.
Oh. Wait. Is that really?
Yes, she posted this. Hello.
So is Brandy hiding that she's pregnant or no? I want to know. I want to know what y'all think. What you think? Because she got real thick on him real quick. Real quick.
Lift him up.
What you put about Jim Gardner on your Instagram?
Lift him up.
I'm telling you right now, somebody come out and say that Jim Gardner did something to me. I'm gonna die. Can you imagine?
I'm throwing all. I want to hear more. That's what I'm gonna tell him. I want to hear more.
Wait.
And I will be outside of 6 ABC News like this. That fucking lady's a liar. He's a fucking liar. You can have all the evidence in front of
Woo.
me. She's still a liar.
Bitch, tag somebody from A. I'm gonna tag somebody from A.
God. Won't do it.
Oh no.
Won't
And
do
you know
that.
what I couldn't believe? If they said about the guy on Fox 29 in the morning.
Oh, wait a minute.
Bitch.
Ooh, wait. I think it was about the same person. What my coworker said to me yesterday when we talking about Matt Lauer, here she go. Yeah, because I'm ready for them to get Mike from Fox.
Yes! I was I know he got something coming.
Okay.
I hope not though.
Listen.
He's the man too.
Yeah, well,
But his
listen.
words, oh my God.
Yeah, and I told her last night, I said, he better come, they better say something to him because he says some inappropriate stuff on there. He does, Kevin.
Yes.
Okay, he does.
How much believe that?
He says, and she said, did Chanel leave him? She left the
Yeah,
show.
she
And
left
she
the
said
show.
to me, she said, yeah, because I know Chanel probably got some stories on him. I said,
Oh,
you
oh
right.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Look
Stop
at
right there. Stop. Look. Oh, yes.
Because I said, I remember when we was down there a few times and I heard him say some crazy stuff backstage.
Keep it, leave it alone. Don't say nothing. Okay, because I don't need nobody from Fox knocking on this door. They're like, wait a minute, you got some information. Somebody from, what they say, from the New York Times or somebody from the Daily News. I'm like, no, I ain't got nothing to say.
Okay? Because I'll be just like this. They said if I be lifted up. Bitch, can you imagine?
I can only,
Because I know what I heard when I was down there. But I'm going to do that.
because you know they sent him on vacation when
Yeah.
he cursed on TV that time. He
Yeah.
said,
Or they're going to send him on a permanent vacation when somebody come out.
he said, Kellyanne with the Conway talking about your bullshit. I said, wow. You
He
know?
just is free with the lip. Ain't he in the morning? And sometimes we listen to him and I said, he's allowed to say something
It's
more
like,
shit.
Mike, don't come back till next week.
Yeah.
And then Mike went on a vacation. I mean,
Then he came
Mike
back and
was
then went on another
months.
vacation. Yeah.
Yeah. He said he was getting his life together and he was dealing with depression and all of that stuff. So I haven't heard anything crazy about Mike these days. So it seems like
I know one thing. I know his husband
together.
won't be happy about that if he get fired.
Who husband?
His.
He ain't gay.
Oh, it's not.
No, you think he's gay? You try. That man, no, he's not gay.
Oh, you know.
Oh yeah, I know. He's not gay. That man flirts with everybody on TV.
Yeah, everybody, man and woman.
No,
I've seen him flirt with men.
We're not
Allegedly, I've seen him flirt with men. Allegedly. I said allegedly.
Mike is the man. I tell you that.
Yeah. Listen, let me tell you something.
He
He's
is
definitely
the
the
man.
man. He custom checked. Allegedly. Let me stop. Because we will not have a show.
You won't have my show shut down.
I said allegedly.
Fox News gonna come. Jennifer Frederick gonna be like, but what happened?
Wait, allegedly I said that.
No more.
What's that little white boy that said, well, apparently.
Yes.
Apparently. Yeah, apparently I allegedly said.
I want.
Let me tell you something, because I won't.
Wait. I watched all of these videos of him on Ellen. He's from right he's not too far from Philadelphia.
Yeah, the white guy. The little white
Yeah.
boy. Yeah, apparently.
Yes, apparently.
Apparently. Yeah. Apparent fucking limb.
Yeah. So Jay-Z apparently told everyone that he cheated on Jay-Z, which we already knew.
Cheated on Jay-Z.
He cheated on Beyonce. Well, he did cheat on. He cheated himself.
Well, yeah.
First of all, before his wife, he cheated on himself. He came clean about the things that happened, and he was just, you know, he talked about the breakdown of what happened to himself and him and his emotions and why he did what he did. He didn't reveal who he cheated on Beyonce with, and I think that's none of our business.
It's not.
Yeah, but
because then it's gonna open up
the floodgates up.
Yeah,
Solange already tried to handle that 3 years ago, and she did her thing.
Right.
And they made a whole bunch of money from it. Okay.
Yeah, they did.
Like Beyonce to her side, Jay-Z to her side, and Solange was like whatever. And you know, just everybody, let's just leave it alone because we've all had our suspicions when it started here. But he said there's a whole lot of smoke, and goddamn, it's a whole lot of fire. Some shit.
No, he said when there's smoke, there's fire.
He said when there's smoke, there's fire. But he said something like it's a fire somewhere because there's a whole lot of smoke. Something he said, and you went off on him. But it was right. He was right. And then got a nerve to be the mouthpiece for somebody who's having a whole fucking problems in her relationship. She's going on a couples court, and they said he's gonna be cheating and everything.
He got the nerve to be the mouthpiece for them.
Yeah, but see, his dick pictures is all over and everywhere.
And you got the nerve to be the mouthpiece for them. You worry about what Jay-Z and Beyonce's doing, and you the mouthpiece for them. And I love them, but you the mouthpiece for them.
Are you serious?
Every time I walk out that house, I bet.
So you never seen them?
Oh, them? No. But this is the thing.
That's some good opinion. Listen.
There's some good tea I just put together.
Yes, he did. Maybe in 2 months y'all find out. I want y'all to forget about it first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. So that's it with Jay-Z and them, and that's all the tea that we have.
Oh wait, no, I want to talk about Jay-Z real quick. Just
go ahead.
Not about the cheating, but Jay-Z also revealed in the interview that he did that he and Beyonce were actually working on a collaborative album together.
Yes, I've heard that.
Yes, and he admitted, he came out and said we were, and then he said, but then Beyonce decided to do her own thing with Lemonade, and he said, you know, he decided to let her do her thing.
They better hurry.
And I told people, I honestly feel like Lemonade and 444 was that album.
He said, my story, his story.
Yeah, I feel like that's the album, but then Beyonce decided she wanted to, but that don't mean that they ain't gonna come back. I mean, first of all, you gotta remember, and for people that don't really don't really mentally, you have to remember, we're talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce, two giants in the music industry. That these are two people that whenever they release albums or music, it just always is successful. Especially, I mean, Jay-Z is about to be 50 years old in a year and a half from now. He's about to be 50, and he's still touring. He's on a world tour. He's about to be in Philly tomorrow night. Like, this man he's a legend. Can you imagine? Nobody brought me a ticket. I may still go though. I may just pop up and make an appearance.
Yeah.
But this man, and to have him and Beyonce, first of all, to have him and Beyonce under one roof in the same house together, making music together. Can you imagine what that's like?
No.
Like the two of them just literally in the studio together, sitting down, probably arguing, probably talking about certain situations, but then putting it all on paper and then creating great music. Like, I can only be I wish I was a fly on the wall for that.
Or if they could write a book, I'll definitely buy it.
I don't want no book. I would rather them do, because I feel like the two of them, I want to see and hear the music. I want to see and hear them on stage. Like, to this day, I feel like On the Run was one of the best concerts I've ever been to in my life because it was amazing.
Yeah, it was.
And I think On the Run Part 2 from them would be even more amazing.
Yeah, they was on the run with From Us. That elevated the scene and them having to work together, and they've been going through so much.
Can you imagine another tour with them after 444 and Lemonade has come out? And then they come out, and I feel like if another tour comes, it'll be because of that new joint album. Imagine that. And then, of course, it'll be stadium. Because it's not going to be able to be in the arena with the two of them.
Yeah. Not in the arena, huh?
No.
And it need to be double nights back-to-back here in Philly. That's what I want. Because I want to go to both shows. And I want to lose my voice. I catch a cold again in the rain.
No, I don't want the rain. So I want the
rain.
Wait, we don't have no stadiums here that the roof opens up and closes. Because all three of the stadiums, they just...
We don't have one open stadium and everything else is closed. No, we have two open. Stadiums. One is football and one is
baseball.
baseball.
But both of their roofs, they have no roofs. Yeah.
I want them to go
Football
inside.
stadium.
I want them to go inside the Lincoln Financial Field this time,
And not the football.
not the
Yeah.
not
I mean,
the
not the
baseball.
baseball. Yeah, the football.
Go inside Lincoln Financial because I enjoyed Lincoln Financial with Beyonce's show,
Formation.
and you could see everything. But when you were inside the baseball stadium, you couldn't see nothing. When you're like, you just couldn't see nothing. All I could see is the fucking video, and I seen.
I think too, but I think it's because of the stage and how it is. But I see what you're saying because I felt like
$300
where
to see the $276 for a side seat for Beyonce and Jay-Z. It was either $276 or I paid.
I didn't pay that much because I remember I found the ticket on StubHub for cheap, and I was
Yes.
really close to the stage. And I don't think I'm gonna find that email that had that on there.
But the next time I know, floor. That's what I.
When was on the run? 14.
2014.
This song says StubHub Awards.
Or was it 2007? I seen Jay-Z. I seen Jay-Z on and Justin Timberlake.
I saw that one too.
And Beyonce.
That was great too.
Yeah.
Now that tour I didn't see anything. Even I was on the floor. We were on the floor, but it just seemed like they looked so little. Like, and we were still close to the stage, and it just seemed like they looked so little. I don't know. I think maybe because that big screen that Beyonce had, it worked because it was like you're in a stadium, so you need something so everybody can see you, not just the people on the floor or close up. Because those monitors on the side, they don't do anything for the people all the way in the back in the stadium. Like,
they need to be staying right in financial. And Beyonce keep that long stage that protrudes out.
Yeah,
like that was like the best thing.
Yeah.
Like,
because it made it more personal when she came out. Like, I'm coming out to y'all. Because I know, first of all, this is in a stadium, and I know all y'all can be able to see.
Yeah. It was.
Well, we won't talk about it.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
So, thank y'all for watching this video. We will see you guys next week with a new video. There will be a special video uploaded this weekend about the things that went down at my birthday. So, make sure y'all look out for that video. And I got a text message about that today, too. So, we'll see y'all tomorrow. And we'll see y'all with another video. Maybe tomorrow night or on Saturday. Peace.